Good afternoon, everybody. Let me introduce myself. My name is Praisya from Natalie, where I'm responsible for environment. In this presentation, I like to show you about how to speak English effectively. If you have any question you like to ask, please leave them until the end when I'll be happy to answer them. In this presentation, I like to cover 3 points. First of all, things are really needed for speaking, then tips to speak English effectively, and finally usage if we can speak English effectively. Before I start, does anyone know why English is important? English is important because English has become our second language in today's era. If we can speak English effectively, we can get many opportunities in our life. Moving on to the next section, let's take a look at things are really needed for speaking. First, topics. Topics is very important when we want to speaking. It's because how can we speak smoothly if we do not have any topics to discuss each other? Second, confidence. When we speak in English, confidence is the key. This is the most important thing because if we do not feel confident, we will speak well and it can obstacle to have many friends. Third, don't be overthinking. If we want to speak in English, just say whatever you want to say with your own words. Just be relaxed and ignore what people said about you. Fourth, try to know people who will speak with us and try to understand what we want to discuss. This is very important because if we know people who will speak with us, we can decide what language that we use and we must know about topics. So it can make us simpler if we want to have conversation. And last, speak clearly and loudly. If we speak clearly and loudly, we can make other people can understand what we want to say. Now we'll move on to how to speak English effectively. First, learn about the vocabularies. If we want to speak English, try to learn about vocabularies. We can get many knowledge from these vocabularies. We can learn it from many references like listening to the English music, reading an English book, watching English movie, and many others. If we learn about new vocabularies, we can know many new vocabularies that we don't know before. Second, learn about the grammar. For me, if we want to speak English, grammar is important because if we use wrong grammar, other people cannot understand what we talk about. We must learn the grammatical form more. And last, practicing the language. We already know about vocabularies and also grammar. Don't forget to practice too. By practicing, we can start to speak English well. We can practice by ourselves or we can practice with our English tutor or our English teacher. So, with practicing, it can be so effective. Next, for the usage if we can speak English effectively. First, we can get more relationship. By speaking English, we can get more relationship from other country and we can meet our new friends from other country. Second, we can get better job prospects. In many companies, especially those with international connection or in tourism, English is very important. If we can speak English well, we can get that job and we have potentially higher paying positions. And last, study about opportunities. If we can speak English well, we can join the study exchange from Indonesia to other countries in the world. We can learn many things there and we can easily to learn about anything in other countries. Well, I've told you about how to speak English effectively. That's an overview of how to speak English effectively. Now, just to summarize, let's quickly look at the main points again. First, it's things that are really needed for speaking. Second, how to speak English effectively. And last is about the usage if we can speak English effectively. In conclusion, we need to learn and try to speak English effectively because in today's era, English become our second language. In many situations, need to speak English. If we can speak English effectively, we can get many opportunities come into our life. That brings us to the end of my presentation. I'd like to thank you all for your attention and interest. If anyone has any question, please feel free to ask them, and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you.